A restaurant owner in Bulverde lost her only source of income in a fire 2 years ago. Maria Olivas, owner of Verde Bistro, says that deciding to open her restaurant again was a very difficult decision. A KSAT was there to cover the fire in March of 2023. Now we want to tell you guys that the business is back in, open, and serving the Latin fusion dishes that they're known for. Olivas says that customers will notice small reminders of that old restaurant. They tried to keep the same vibes and the decor. Here's her message to other business owners.
You never think that your business is going to go on fire. One of the biggest takeouts that we have here is that you have to make sure that you have sufficient insurance to make sure that you're able to come back. We didn't, unfortunately.
But she says that the donations from her community and customers helped them get through the past 2 years. They have put their heart back into the reopening and telling us that they hope old and new customers will return. Welcome back. 6:43. We got a small restaurant owner sharing her story of loss and resurrection following a fire that put her out of business for 2 years.
Yeah, take a look at some of this fire video right here of some of that incident there. Now, Patty Santos, this is interesting, did a follow-up here. She was the reporter at the scene of that fire back in Bulverde back in March of 2023.
So she kept up in touch with the owners of the restaurant and their journey to reopening.
How do you start? Where do you start trying to decide if you're going to rebuild, if you're going to call it quits?
Well, that was the most difficult decision for us. My husband and I, for long 2 years, have been decided whether we wanted to open this or not.
Maria Olivas says there were times in the past 2 years when she didn't think this day would ever come.
This place was completely total disaster and loss.
In March 2023, two fires just hours apart tore through Verde Bistro in Bulverde. Investigators say the fire started at the art studio next door and was not suspicious.
We just put them in the oven.
This week's the bistro's favorites are baked and ready. Customers will notice small reminders of the fire at the bar and entrance of the restaurant.
This is the original wall that burned down. We wanted to keep that as a reminder. And I have a little plaque here that says, the window bears the scars of a past fire, but it stands as a reminder that even in that wake of destruction, the journey continues stronger than before.
It's important for you to remember that?
It's very important for us to remember that it happened. It's painful, but it's a good reminder that, perseverance is something that people sometimes don't feel that, that can be accomplished, but it can be accomplished.
Her biggest cheerleaders to reopen were the community and customers who stepped up with donations after the fire.
That's really what, indicated that we really needed to fight for this and that we really needed to come back stronger and stronger than ever before. And that's what we did.
Every penny helped them get by without an income for 2 years. The small business owner learned a hard lesson she now shares with others.
It has been a struggle for us to be able to open up again with the insurance that we had. So if anything, please make sure that you have ample coverage so that if you ever run into this situation, you would always be able to be covered with good coverage.
All right, so the Latin Fusion Bistro in Bulverde had a soft launch yesterday. They are now officially ready to welcome customers. This is a picture of her and her husband there talking to the customers last night. And I also took a picture of their menu to see what they have on there. You can check that out on ksat.com.
Ooh, what are some of the tasty things on the item?
I mean, it's like a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
They have the empanadas that you see there, and they have lamb meatballs.
Oh
my goodness.
Okay.
All right.
Try it.
Hungry. Check it out. Yes, a great story and a great follow-up, obviously, there, Patty, kind of building that relationship with those folks out there.